Professor Knowles, what do you think of Nacogdoches so far?
Well, thus far, I love this place. It has such a nostalgic feeling to it. You know, I hadn't had an opportunity to visit the campus, and I will later. But for the short time, the hotel, I certainly wouldn't have thought. It just has a very cool vibe to it. So I just get a great energy from the city. My passion for music started as a kid when on Sundays, after Sunday dinner, my parents would ask me, well, they didn't ask me because I was a kid, they would tell me that they loved to dance in the living room that had the plastic where the kids could never go. And so I had a nickel, a dime, a quarter that I would put on the needle with it scratched because it was vinyl. My dad didn't like for the needle to scratch. So I learned the playlist that he liked. And so I became a DJ at an early age, and I really loved music growing up. A talent show in high school, and we were the Temptations, and I won. When I was in elementary school, I sang "Oh Holy Night" for the Christmas Mass, which was a big deal. So I love music. My greatest achievement in the industry is the success of my artists. And I've had the opportunity to work with Earth, Wind & Fire, the OJ, Shaka Khan, Kool and the Gang, the opportunity to have and build a #1 gospel label in 2012 with Leandra Johnson, who won a Grammy and was #1 female gospel artist. I had the opportunity to build 2 girl groups that were the best ever, Trinity 5-7 and gospel, and Destiny's Child and pop and R&B. To be the best ever is quite an accomplishment. To see Solange's success, #1 album, Grammy, first time 2 sisters in the history of music have had 2 #1s. To see all of the phenomenal success, Michelle Williams, 3 #1 gospel albums, Kelly Rowland, over 5 million records sold outside of America, and we know all of the phenomenal success of Beyonce. So I'm very proud and pleased and happy for all of my artists because A, they're very talented, B, they're very passionate, and 3, they listen, and 4, they work hard.
You're also an author, correct?
Yes, I am.
And you've had several best-selling books.
I have.
What got you into writing along with music?
Well, it kind of follows a similar path. I'm a songwriter, and penmanship is the same regardless if it's on paper or on paper for someone else to sing. So I enjoy telling stories. I've had an opportunity, I'm very grateful, by the way, to be able to share some of my knowledge with others, and that's why. Also, as a college professor, and when I got my PhD, we have to write, research. That's part of it. And so that's partly the other reason is in academia, that's required and asked. So it's a combination of all those things of telling my story, being in academia, and my passion. I'm really enjoying writing. I'm on my 3rd book that's coming out in June, and The Emancipation of Slaves Through Music. My book that's out now is very critically acclaimed, Racism from the Eyes of a Child, and I tell my story growing up in Gaston, Alabama. And then my first book, #1 bestseller, The DNA of Achievers, 10 Traits of Highly Successful Professionals. Well, I tell my students, first and foremost, I teach critical thinking. Regardless of what the course name is, what I teach first and foremost is critical thinking. Because that's really, that's one of the keys of success, is being able to stop, here's a problem, how do I solve it, which is very important. And the second thing is I share with them whatever their passion is, whatever that is that excites them, that they go to bed at night thinking about it, wake up, and they might be afraid or shy and don't want to tell anyone that passion. But they might be in a position where their parents have told them they have to do this or get this degree. That never works. you know, you can get that degree or you can get that job. It never, never, never works. What works is when one lives their passion, that thing that you can do every day. Because I live my passion, so I never work a day in my life. And you won't either if you live your passion.
Is that the same thing that you told your daughters?
Absolutely. Had my daughters came to me and said, Dad, I want to be a doctor, then I would say, okay, go and get your medical degree, go to med school, and by the time you finish, I would have bought a hospital. That's how I think. So I didn't care if my kids wanted to do music, if they wanted to be a doctor, lawyer, or Indian chief. As long as it was their passion, I wanted then to surround them with the tools to be helpful as a parent.